What do you do when you got a nipple? What do you do when you can't get on it? Alright. So my new way of dealing with the backhoe is to, instead of greasing it and just leaving it, grease literally in the toolbox. Like, what the... This is sacrilege. Trying to extend the life of the backhoe because, well, they're not cheap. Previously, I would grease and then I would just leave all this grease. I would just leave there. Like, oh, okay. And, well, let's just say that it's a bad idea. Especially in this environment where the dirt is just so powdery and just the air is filled with the dirt. Like, this grease just gets impacted now. It'll probably still get dirty, but it won't probably be anywhere as nearly as horrible as it has been. I could have swore there was one more of these that didn't work, but I greased them all, well, like most all of them anyway, and have not found any more broken ones. I sure did buy a lot. But, you know, when you're off grid, you don't want to, well, let me buy this one kind. No, I buy every single kind it could be. And then I'll just replace it. Oh, man, look at that giant frickin', like, ugh, yuck. This is why heavy equipment needs a home base with a hot water pressure washer to really keep it from being just nasty. God, there's just, I pumped this thing full, apparently over full in some cases. This is like top of the things I dislike. That's a better way of phrasing it. Really not trying to let this hit the ground, because like if this hits the ground and then I step in it, I haven't really felt confident about this grease job until now, but I'm not even really done. Knuckle, that's the worst, still didn't take the grease. So I don't know if changing the angle is going to help. I sure hope so, or else I'm going to have to pull it out and start to frickin' jam stuff in there to see if something's plugged, which just sounds nightmarish. This new tip I put on the grease gun, though, it sure does minimize the amount of grease that's actually going in the wrong place. Almost just want to grab a new rag already. And I feel like I should complete this zone because I don't want to just wasting rags. I should probably be cleaning all this off too, but that's where the hot, steamy pressure water comes in. It just sounds beautiful. I've got a box of just dead rags. That in there, I'm going to come back with a really dirty rag and get that. That is nasty. Grease all over that. Boy, eventually I could be greasing backy and telling stories all at the same time. Alright, we are moving right along. I think I missed another one on the front. This is just greasy, grimy, goopy. I had to clean them, grease them, clean them again. Next time I grease, though, it will be a lot easier because what I mostly cleaned off the first time was the grease from the last time. I haven't even started this thing in freaking a week or something maybe. Last Tuesday, I don't remember, maybe once since then. I've literally over greased this on occasion and the grease came off and fell onto the handle of this thing, and then I put my hand in it and I smeared it all over the handle. I was like, oh man, I have to rebuild that. It's leaking hydraulic oil. Is that dirt or grease? Both. Dirty grease, greasy dirt. I just wish I hadn't have pissed away all that money on that rental. The bank really screwed me on that. Now I just have to get the ones I missed, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so now I'm ready to grease. So last thing you want is to have dirt in your grease gun. So get down here and hit this with my wrist. That thing is good. I'm just going to clean this right as I go. Ooh-wee. This one, the grease oozed out of a place where I can't really get at it, but I have to pick it up here in a second, so I have to pick this arm up, put it in a different position to get at some other ones. Okay, those ones I missed down there. And this is right here. I can see it pushing moisture out of that. That's probably a good thing. I just did that. Fresh greasing right as the whole entire climate changes to the winter time. It's probably a good thing. God, who knows what could get up in there? Condensation. This little thing here, make that out. This is a freaking awesome tool. Okay, one more missed up here, but it should be the same one. But how do I get to it is the question. I can just sit here and look. Oh, and as soon as I start to see grease poking out of there, I know I'm good. At least that's how I think it works. I actually don't know if that's how it works or not, but that's how I'm doing it. And makes sense. So how else, what other indicator could you possibly have? Every one of these things is different. The volume couldn't be some sort of like, oh, that one's 5 pumps, or that, you gotta basically be just waiting for it to ooze out someplace. Touch the ground with my grease gun. I don't even set it on the ground. I try not even to touch it with greasy hands. I wipe it down when I'm done with it. It's like a $250 grease gun or something like that. And let me tell you, worth every penny. I've had no issues where the 2 other grease guns I messed with, both were just nightmares. Which I probably say this like every single time. So this is why I clean the holes in one stage and then grease in another stage, because trying to hold the grease gun and wipe the hole at the same time is more effort than is really needed to be exported at any one time. And this is the DeWalt 20V Max grease gun, in case anybody was wondering, since I'm talking all this hell love about it, you know, because I'm an equal opportunity evaluator. I calls it the way I sees it. When something is a nightmarish piece of shit, I'll just be like, this is a nightmarish piece of shit. If it rocks, I'll say it rocks, and I'll keep saying it rocks. These are extra nasty too. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the nastiest that a hole could be, and within context, you know, I mean, I'm talking about grease and backhoes. So in relation to grease and backhoes, these holes out here are a 10 on the nightmarish to clean. They just are impacted with dirt. See, I'm going to start this thing up here in a second and move it. And I wonder how many more of these things are going to pop out. I know there's 5 I need to mess with right now, I can remember. But I'm going to have to go over this bucket when I flip it over. Yeah, if this bucket was like up at chest height right now, I think it would be probably about 50% easier. So this thing has a high pressure rating, high PSI, so it can really kind of just blast out those little dirt turds that get stuck in there. This is off-grid heavy equipment maintenance at its finest. Yeah, that's a grease gun. Thing's filthy. Alright. There you go, baby. Backy the backhoe. Well, that's about the best I can get it. Super sketchy if I was to just lift it up, try to have it at an easy access, because then I'd be under it. And well, yeah, that's one of my hard limits. Okay, let's hope it works. Now I gotta get to where I can see it. Make sure it's not just pumping out. Everything in the cold, it's a lot more work. The grease hanging out of there. Outriggers, and I gotta blow out the air filter. Super easy to get at. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing that's not gonna freaking work. That's kind of like the same problem I was having with that one. I just had to move the... Nope. What do you do when you got a nipple? What do you do when you can't get on it? Wonder if I pick it up if that'll move. No. What do I always say? It's always something. And that's what's nice about this Lock and Lube, and no, they're not a sponsor, is that it's the same size as the other thing. Maybe just a hair bit bigger, but I don't know. But what am I going to do? This is not one of those crucial joints. Oh, me. What the hell? This thing is shooting grease out. That can't be good. Sitting here talking all this praise about this thing, and hopefully this isn't it being dead. Okay, it's not continuously coming out of the bad place, so that's kind of interesting. If you have a Zerk fitting that doesn't work and you don't really realize it, then you could shoot grease out your back end to your DeWalt. Zerk fitting is needing to be replaced. I have been working on this on and off for so long. Starting to pump out that again. Well, at least I'm pumped out of the joint. Wonder how the hell I get this to frickin' stop doing that. Probably have to take it into the shop. This is depressing because this grease gun is brand new and I love it, and now it seems to be broken. I guess I'm just lucky that it broke on the very last Zerk fittings and not the very first ones. Yeah, it feels so good to be done with that grease job. I mean, yeah, I got a couple Zerk fittings that have problems, but not on any critical components. The components that have problems, those joints, I mean, you spend hours moving all these joints here, just constantly going. Well, these joints, were the ones that are messed up, you just put it down, and then you pick it up, and then you put it down, do all the work. You know, it's like a whole different level of joint. Yes, that's how I'm selling it to myself. Why I'm not going to go ahead and just keep with those until I get them right. No, I have battled with this enough. If it was something critical, something that moves all the time, like one of these or one of these, yeah, I'd fix it. But no, it's not one of those. This shit all just moves and moves and moves all day long. Those sometimes don't even move for a long time. The whole back part doesn't move. When I get to digging with that back thing, I mean, it's getting used a lot. Those joints are all just going and going and going and going and going. So, final step before this thing is ready to go. And what I had planned on doing with it is running down the street. Oh man, I should blow all that out of there too. Look at all that. What I had planned on doing though, as soon as I got done, was going and draining those puddles. Oh damn, there's another mountain over there too. I can see so many mountains, it's ridiculous. There's one right there. There's another one there. And then that one. And there's maybe one more over there. There's a couple puddles down the street. I was going to go down there and just drain them, but they're frozen now. So, it was a nice thought. But now I have to wait till they thaw.